So in the center we have the Two of Cups reversed, and I pulled an extra card on, I won't say accident, because I don't think with readings there's no such thing, and the Guide, which is also known as the Hermit, and they're both in reverse. So this is, when we have the Two of Cups, a lot of people believe that it's only about love and it's only about a relationship, but it's also about contracts with others, that you value and respect. And so when it's in reverse, it could be that there's a possibility for a break in contract. So that could be a divorce, but that could just be also, that, if you were living with a roommate, they might move out, or you might be moving out, and it's just a break of that contract, So think of the contracts that you have with someone, and just think of like how solid it is and how strong it is right now in December. We do have the Guide in reverse, so I feel like there's something that's hidden that you don't necessarily know is happening. Okay, so that could be why you end up breaking this contract with someone and going separate ways, is because you might find out that something was going on that you didn't know about, and it changes your feelings towards that individual. Or you could be breaking this contract and then you find out that something was going on, and so it kind of makes sense. This is kind of a sneaky feel, and it's emotionally unserving, okay? So it's not in a space that is bringing you up. It's being a little, even if it's not intentional, a little vindictive, okay? So just be aware, and it can also just be very subtle too, like, it doesn't always have to be a written contract. It could be, yes, I'm going to your house for the holidays, and then, that changes. So you find out, it's just not going to work. Someone else who you don't get along with is going to be there. It's going to be uncomfortable, so you decide to, step out. But you don't find out that that other person's going to be there until way later. And you're like, wait, why didn't you tell me first? I would have never said I was going to come to your house for the holidays if I knew so-and-so was going to be there. It can be that kind of feel, okay? Then in the love area, we do have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Four of Swords. And then we have the Three of Cups. So this is, I feel like it's actually, I feel like this is your partner or somebody you really care about telling you to chill out, Virgo, and have some fun. Okay? And that I do feel like Virgo has been working to the bone, and it's been really tough for Virgos in that regard. And I think finally your partner says like, enough is enough. No, I am not going to watch you tear yourself apart again. I cannot stomach watching this. And it just like takes you out, just says, like literally like shows up at your work someday, takes you from work and takes you to a massage, and makes you get it, and then takes you out to dinner and makes you have a glass of wine. While you're the whole time, grumbling, going, no, I don't have time for this. I can't do this. I have a deadline. No. And them just like staring you down like the Queen of Swords, saying, no, you have no choice in this matter. I am not going to let you keep running ragged. It's not doing anyone any good. So it's very sweet. And that's why I'm smiling and kind of laughing about it, because Virgo, I mean, I just love it. I love that. Like, you have to literally get forced to have a good time. Okay. And you will appreciate it in the future. Okay, and be like, gosh, I am so lucky to have that person in my life who recognized that I was at the end of my rope, and that I really did need to relax and eat a piece of cake and celebrate life, and that all is not lost. Okay, so be thankful for that. Okay, and now if you don't have a partner and you are single, I feel like this is a friend. This is a friend who's going to come in. Or it could even be yourself being like, nope, enough is enough, sorry, and then just like turning on your heels, walking out, and greeting the world with joy and laughter, but recognizing that you have to take this break. Because I feel like I should name this the Virgo card, the Four of Swords, because I've been getting this for so many Virgos in so many different readings. So rest up and have fun. In the career sector, we have the Emperor reversed, the Four of Wands reversed, and then the Two of Swords. Okay? Now, in the love sector, we have the Three of Cups, which I often correlate with celebrating with friends and people who we love, and for just to celebrate life. There's nothing special because everything's special kind of feeling. Now we have the Four of Wands over in career, which can also be like a festival, a time for celebration, but it's more often associated with an event. It's more about, an engagement, new baby kind of thing. It's people getting together for a reason. But we have it in the reverse. So it could be like a work party that you don't want to go to. It could be an event that, somebody else is planning and you don't want to be there. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. So it could be, that you have to go because your boss is going to be there. And even though you know how he gets or she gets at these celebrations, you still have to go. And that could be the reason why you don't want to go, is because they could get a little overzealous, a little boisterous, maybe indulge in activities that you don't jive with. And so you're kind of torn in this situation because you should go because you need to just put your face in that party so people know you were there, but you don't want to be there. Okay, so you're torn. So what I would recommend in this situation is taking first taking off the blinds, the blindfold, and seeing everything for what it is. This is one event, and even though you don't really necessarily want to go, I recommend going for a short moment and then excusing yourself quickly, and then going and celebrating with your friends. Okay? So, if you can figure out a way to get out of it completely, then absolutely do it. But, when the Emperor is in reverse and doesn't get his way, it's not pretty. It's a temper tantrum. It's vindictive. It's out to get you, and I just don't feel like you need that kind of energy with you. Okay? So even though you don't want to go, it might benefit you just to step in and say hello and be like, oh, I gotta go, gotta pick up my dry cleaning, kind of feeling, oh, let's just go. But just make sure that you show up for a moment. In finances, we have the Ace of Wands, and then we have the Six of Cups in reverse, and we have Temperance in reverse. Okay, so financially, you have something that's starting that you are excited about. It's like, there's something that is here. There's something worthwhile, and I'm ready to explore it. But it still has like kind of a dicey feel, and you're not ready to share it with everyone around you, because you just don't know if it's really going to help out your finances truly in the future. So it's kind of like you're sitting on the fence looking at it, not sure if you're going to jump. And that's okay. You need to check it out. You need to see how it's going to benefit you, because there's something in your gut that's saying, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be financially lucrative for me. Okay. And so that's why you're kind of holding back. And so if you can look at this new beginning, this new choice, and see how you can maybe maneuver it to make a positive, that would be wonderful, because there's an element there that is very, very intriguing, but it just lacks in balance with your life, okay, and balance with those you care about. And it's something that you're not you're excited about it, but you're not sure you want to share it with others. So that's always a concern, and especially since I have Temperance in reverse, it just feels a little out of whack and a little out of balance of who you are and what you're trying to do with your life. So I would definitely question this. I would question this and see if it's something that you truly want to do. Also recognize that in December we do have Mercury retrograde happening, and I know everyone rolls their eyes and goes, Mercury, but this is energy that you need to be aware of and use it for self-exploration. And that's what this is about. I would not make a decision on this at all. I would just let it percolate for the time being, at least until mid-January. If you can wait to make this decision until mid-January, then I think things will be much clearer. But this financial idea, so I feel like it might be linked to work, that you're getting offered something but you're not 100% sure about it, then just if you can wait it out, the longer you can wait it out, the better. In health, we have Six of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords, and then we have the High Priestess reverse. Okay, so I feel like this is you starting something new and not being 100% behind it. It's like you renewed your membership to the gym, but you don't like going. Okay, and it's not resonating with your higher power. It's not resonating with your spirit. So I think it's time for you to veer onto a different course and really think about what you need to do to be healthy. It might not be that easy peasy, let's go to the gym, go do the machines and then go home. That just might not be cutting it for you, and you can feel it in your soul. Like you need more. There's something that you need that's more. And I want to say meditation, but Spirit's saying no meditation. Okay, so you need something more exciting. I mean, I keep hearing the words high wire. So doing something that's, invigorating, mountain biking, taking karate lessons, what else? Things of that caliber, something that gets your heart rate up, but also kind of builds that excitement in you. You need that to feel your spirit. Like you feel like your spirit is just a little muted right now. It's not, you don't feel so connected to your spirit. And I think that is going to be a way is to, wake it up. You need to wake it up. It's not about the yoga. It's not about meditation, which I love yoga and I love meditation, and I believe that everyone should do it in some way that is their own. But along with that, you need to go kick some butt, Virgo. You need to go and light that fire and do that, and get close to the earth, grunt, feel it in your muscles and your bones, get deep within that, put the mud in your mouth and the warrior paint on and go. Yeah, that's, I think, what will cause you to find your spirit and awaken health that you've never known. Oh, perfect. Archangel Michael. Look at that sword. Whoosh, slice and dice. Okay. You're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. Okay? So Michael is no joke. He is willing to, slice out what is no longer needed. This is the warrior of warriors with love and grace on his side. Okay? So this is very, very powerful energy that is happening for you. And so this, I think, will help you push through in certain regards. Okay? It's Archangel Michael cannot happen without being well rested and enjoying life, and so that you can recognize what it is you are fighting for. That's it. Okay? You need to rest and enjoy your loved ones and everything that you are doing so that you have a reason and an impetus to continue on with everything else. So that these choices will be clearer, so that you understand that sometimes you have to be a little uncomfortable in your life to make comfort happen in the future. Okay? So this is Archangel Michael. So when you feel lost, when you feel like it just doesn't make sense, nothing is coming together, I don't get this, Archangel Michael will be there and help guide you to your answer. Okay, so also I'm going to pull from the Animal Spirit Knowledge cards. So we're just going to call on your spirit animal this month. See what animal is guiding you and helping you find your animalistic roar here, you know. I'm curious to see what is pulled for you, Virgo. Yes, the wolf, pack animal, intuitive, creation, healing, purification. Yes, this is actually my son's favorite card out of this deck. You know, he pulls it all the time. So this is about creation, healing, and purification. Though, I mean, just think of the wolf. Think of how they are connected with one another, and they are connected with the earth. How intuitive they guide their way through life. How they kill to stay alive. They don't kill for the sake of killing. They kill for protection. So letting go of things that no longer serve them, cleansing themselves of this angst and anger so that they can work together to create something stronger and better. Okay? So let's see if there's anything that there's a whole saying on the back of the wolf, but I won't read it to you because I want you to kind of think about what it means to you. But I will... Okay. So yeah, the wolf is seen as a villain, but the wolf is not a villain. It's just doing what it needs to do, and it doesn't always, you know, toe the line with everyone else. But it's staying alive in a very clear and beautiful way. You know, it's, you know, a wolf nurses the two heroes and restores their strength. They care for their kind. They care for, you know, everyone in their pack. And guess what? Humans, well, we've got a huge pack. Okay? So it's time to care for each other and care for one another and do what is best for all of us and not just for the select few.